Mike, today in future reports, we'll look at the mask and the history of the
Luchadores. I love it. That's a nice piece right there. Very interesting. I know a lot of them guys they were talking about.
What a following over there, right?
Yeah.
In movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the mask means so much to it.
We'll find out in the next report. Thanks a lot to our colleague Mike today, who's here with us each and every Monday on Nitro. Well, here we go. Roadblock. And I tell you, we talked about the committee, the championship committee of WCW. They really put a big roadblock in front of Bill Goldberg for his debut on WCW Saturday night. 2 big wins, one against Humorous, one against the Barbarian on WCW Monday Nitro. So the championship committee said, okay, how can you handle a guy 400 pounds or more? We're going to find out here in just a minute.
You know, every week and every tape that I've been able to look at him and take a hardcore look at Goldberg, he doesn't so much athletic ability, but he's got a meanness in him. He's got a look about him that tells me there's something special about this young guy. We'll find out here, but I guarantee a roadblock on some of his hide right here on Saturday night.
You can look at this physique, and as you see, some Georgia Bulldog fans here, the former Bulldog, all SEC, and a member of the Atlanta Falcons.
But this ain't football.
Well,
how many times have I heard the legendary Larry the Bishop say that? But this ain't football. This ain't football. Well, it ain't. It's one-on-one competition between 2 men with no armor on trying to beat the other, Tony.
You've heard a lot about him. I mean, it'll go down if you go back and look at 1997 when it's all said and done, and they say the appearance of Bill Goldberg will go down as a shocker. He is not as tall as Roadblock, but he apparently fears no man, and Roadblock is doing what you need to do, get the quick start on a guy like Goldberg, and that had no effect. How about that? He said, give it all you got.
You need to be careful when you're jawing at somebody about giving them all you got right there. Guarantee you go behind. Good.
Maneuver.
Yeah.
Only got a 1 count in.
And see how he got him hooked up too. You can't get up from that. The big man thought he was going to go ahead and roll up, but right here, Goldberg shows me one thing, that he's got him hooked. Both legs are hooked, and the only thing can happen here is Roadblock to ease himself out. Yeah, that showed me a lot right there. Not only being, hey, this guy's got eyes that's steady. I'm talking about steady in your eyes, meanness in your eyes. Bad intentions, Mr. Goldberg had. Duck under.
Goldberg,
Oh,
boy, staggered the big man with a lariat, and how about that?
drove right
Gigantic
into him.
shoulder block.
Yeah, he drove right into him right there. You see, great poise, great positioning. Got good wide base about him. That comes from the football.
Sure does. Good point, Dream. But here comes Roadblock, one of the biggest and most talented big men we've seen in a long time. Sending Bill Goldberg in. He hit hard. He's got the bear hug on.
Belly to oh, what a belly to belly.
How about that?
That win streak could be over. Why didn't he cover him right here?
I have no idea. He wants to make a statement here, I guess. And he may have made a big mistake because Goldberg kicked away.
Tony, he had him
sure
an
did.
opportunity to cash in right there, and he let it go by. But Goldberg is finding what it's all about right now.
Goldberg reeling. Good maneuver, a jumping spin wheel kick that caught the big man and put him down.
Showed us nice wrestling move. Now showed us the oriental arms, and that was a nice spin wheel kick. And he's showing us meanness now and big elbows and forearms. I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness.
Talented looking man.
Is he gonna suplex this guy?
Well, we'll see what kind of power he's got. Got him up!
My goodness!
Oh, he stood him up, Tony.
Help! 1, 2, 3!
Wow!
An incredible display of power!
That's big time sports right there. I guarantee you. That's big time.
In a span of 3 weeks, Bill Goldberg has solidified as a player in professional wrestling. If you are like millions and millions of wrestling fans around the world, your chair has not moved from the front of your TV set here on TNT, because we opened up with nothing less than a bombshell. The NWO en masse laid out, apparently at the hands of Piper, Sting, and Diamond Dallas Page. The evidence was there. They have come out, they have claimed that they want retribution here tonight. They are continuing to make demands in the back, we understand, as the action continues here live in the arena. As you see some...
That's a stupid thing to say. The NWO wants demands. They should keep their mouths shut and be thankful that not all of them were found laying out there.
Well, they are going to make demands, and they are going to bully people, as you know, and threaten things until things get done.
Well, it looks to me like they got bullied today, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Tony and Larry, let's not get too overconfident. This is a 2-hour-plus program, and the NWO is still promised to destroy World Championship Wrestling. I agree, it's great that Sting appears to have allies in DDP and Rowdy Roddy Piper, but we've got a long way to go tonight at Nitro.
What an entrance we are seeing here with Wrath, Mortis, and James Vandenberg. But as you saw, right before they walked out, Bill Goldberg stalked to the ring. And over the past few years, Mike Tenay, as this trio makes its way to the ring, you are not going to find a more impressive debut than Bill Goldberg has made.
And he remains undefeated in World Championship Wrestling. And that's something that not very many WCW competitors can say. I was reading in the newspaper that Chuck Smith, who's an end for the Atlanta Falcons, he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week. And in the interview with him, he said that he was more thrilled in watching his former teammate, Bill Goldberg, on Monday Nitro.
Well, he should be, because Goldberg is nothing less than a force. And as Wrath comes to the ring to face Goldberg, you may notice, you can barely see it to the right, but Goldberg is standing firmly in his place in the corner, not budging. Obviously a man who is very, very focused.
And what an effective finishing move Bill Goldberg has. What do you call it, the jackhammer?
The jackhammer is what he calls it, Larry. It's pretty awesome.
Well, I tell you, not too many men impress me. Bill Goldberg has done it, and done it quicker than any other man before. This guy has some of the greatest potential I've ever seen. Wait till he's been around a while. He just started.
Referee asked for the bell, and as you notice, as we said, Goldberg not budging. Here he goes!
He just ran over.
Bill Goldberg, as Wrath came in, wasting no time.
This is it!
He's still got the helmet on. He's got his guard on. He's got the jackknife on him. 2, it's over.
That suplex power bomb combination that he calls the jackhammer, Wrath never had a chance, and Bill Goldberg remains unbeaten.
That's what they're all. Dad could beat Bret Hart's dad. That's simple. That's a proven fact. I know it.
You're signing with the New World Order again.
I'm a broadcast journalist. I have to tell the
You're
truth.
no more broadcast journalist. Would you stop it? Rick Fuller comes out for this next matchup.
Now look at the size of this man. This is one big man.
Big piece of work.
And I can't wait to see how he's going to fare in there with Goldberg.
It's going to be quite a test for Goldberg. And Goldberg has really run through everybody. He has not just won matches. He has dominated matches. And certainly you look around here and fans are waiting Goldberg's arrival. They are standing up.
Wow.
When they hear his music hit, they stand.
Everyone is standing too, Tony. Look at this. I've never seen fans take a wrestler like they are taking to Goldberg.
Fans standing, flash bulbs flashing. What a reception.
Look at that physique, if you will. But more than that, look how he comes out. Calm, cool, collected, and as he comes out and hears the fans, he gets more intense until literally he takes people apart in the ring, just destroys them.
If I was Rick Fuller, I'd go over that top rope right now and head out of Iowa as quick as I can. I wouldn't want to fight this man Goldberg.
Somebody is going to be the first. Somebody. I mean, now the guys are going for bragging rights to say, I was the first guy to beat Goldberg.
Well, he's undefeated. Nobody's beaten Goldberg yet. And I'm going to ask Mike Tenay to find out. Tenay knows everything. He'll find out anything you want to know. He'll be able to tell me how many matches this man's won. And his record, zip on one side, but I'd like to find out just how many matches this man has won. Every one he's been in.
Well, yeah, he's won them all. That's the answer to that. And Goldberg.
Well, then I don't have to go to Tenay.
That wouldn't stop you. Look at this. Leg submission hold that time, and quickly it looked like he was going to roll the man up into a pinning combination, but it was a leg submission, so Rick Fuller goes right to the ropes. And that shows us there's a lot more to Goldberg than just running through opponents. The man can wrestle. The man knows submission wrestling. The man knows many holds. Certainly he had his background in football, collegiate and pro football, but here's a man who has developed his craft in professional wrestling and has truly become, in a short, look at that. That foot connected.
That's it. Now you've made a man. Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
There's the intensity we talked about. It builds within Goldberg. Now, can he get this big man up?
I'll bet on it. I bet he does.
For the jet. Look at this.
With ease. With ease.
The jackhammer.
Yes.
Count him out.
You the man. You the man.
And that's not just Sir Isaac Newton and gravity that takes Fuller down. He punctuates it with that jackhammer slam. Man.
It all comes down to our feature bout here on Thunder. And the fans here have been chanting in the name of Goldberg for quite a while.
Since 7 o'clock.
It's going to pay off here in just a second because the U.S. title will be on the line. Goldberg, you know his history, and you know that the man made quite a name for himself on the gridiron in college football at the University of Georgia. Well, of course, we're going to have a record crowd at the Georgia Dome on Monday, July 6th for Nitro in Atlanta, and I can venture to say that 99% of them are going to be coming to watch this man in action, as many of them here tonight are. Luger talked about it right at the beginning of this program, how the fans made a decision. This was the man they wanted to get behind. And I don't think I've ever seen in the course of this grand sport that I've been very proud to be a part of since 1984, that I've ever seen a man who has what I feel is 100% fan support. A lot of times it's 80-20, even 90-10, but nothing like, and I really think all across the board, everyone loves this man.
Well, it's going to be a great homecoming on July the 6th for Goldberg at the Georgia Dome, but it's almost as if this city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, has adopted the United States heavyweight champion as one of their own. He is 100-0 on his way to another milestone, working on his second 100 victories.
And the only reaction I've ever seen for a wrestler like this was Hulk Hogan. And I'll tell you something, when Goldberg walks out and stands there and gets himself ready, think of the man standing in the ring, well over 400 pounds, 7 feet tall. What could be going through his mind? B.O.G., beware of Goldberg.
Here's another part of Goldberg I want to bring up, and it's something that we've talked about off camera, guys, and it really rings true. I think for the first time in this sport, fans have taken to an athlete purely because of the way he performs in the ring. You know, for a professional wrestler, there are two ways to establish yourself as a star, to establish yourself as a presence. It's by how you win in the ring, and it's by what you say on the interview. We've never interviewed Goldberg. We've never talked to him. I've never had a chance to really do an interview with him, nor have we ever brought you an interview here on Thunder or on Nitro from Goldberg. It's a man who has made his reputation by one thing, and you're getting ready to see what it's all about.
And I think that makes his bond and his charisma even more incredible, Bobby.
I want to see if he can be able to pick this man up. If he's going to be able to move Reese around like he has everybody else. Oh!
What you heard was Horace with the stop sign.
And what you heard is
Horace being knocked out.
Well, they're trying to put a stop to Goldberg's undefeated streak, but not much effect with that sign, although, wait a minute.
Reese gonna try to pick him up, and he does.
Whoa!
He picked him up.
Whoa! High vertical suplex takeover by Reese.
oh, he's alive. Reese is down. Reese is down and Goldberg's up. Oh yeah, that hot flash is going up the back of his head right now. And they're standing here in the city of brotherly love.
What a moment.
Yeah, but is he going to be able?
I don't know.
Could the jackhammer?
Let's see it. Let's see the thing. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He did it. He did it.
1, 2, 101 and counting.
Oh, is this man impressive? We said this sport was going to change. Going into the new millennium, and this man's going to lead it all the way. Oh, I'd like to see more of this.
Eric's got a good seat up there. He can see everything from the upper deck.
It's not a bad gig.
Not a bad job at all.
Here's a tough guy.
Goldberg's going down! Going down!
Here is
is a tough, tough man.
It's gonna have to be tough right here.
For life.
He got his shot in on Goldberg.
And a cheap shot it was earlier tonight, Tony.
Well, it's all about being a member of the NWO. They weren't too quick to come out when all of WCW had surrounded the ring for the World Tag Team Tournament match.
The man is on his way.
What a clash this is going to be.
Every place we go, we hear that chant. Sometimes they do it in the parking lot for hours before the matches even start. That's how this man is perceived by the people.
The most phenomenal athlete in professional wrestling today, bar none.
I don't think one-on-one, fair, no involvement, man against man, no one can beat this man in the sport today.
Goldberg, who will be going to Miami this weekend for the Super Bowl. His former teammates, the Atlanta Falcons, in their first Super Bowl in franchise history against the Broncos. You can better believe Goldberg's appearance is a big motivational factor for the Falcons as well.
And judging by that mark on his forehead, there's a dent in a locker here at Reunion Arena. Going back to his football roots, getting fired up, putting the game face on for Scott Norton.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Two men who will not give an inch. Two of the biggest, most powerful Brahma Bulls you'll find in pro wrestling, nose to nose.
Goldberg just daring Norton.
And Norton went for it, didn't he? Absorbing it. Look at this! Look at this!
That's Scott Norton! That's 340 pounds!
When have you ever seen Norton manhandled like that? Like he was a 225-pound athlete.
Did you see how quickly Norton went for the ropes off of the cross arm breaker that time?
Goldberg went for the early submission victory. Smart move by Scott Norton. Knew where he was at all times as far as the ring goes and made it to the ropes for the break.
And they're getting louder with their chants of Goldberg.
Goldberg goes to the midsection of Norton. He'll send Norton far side. Pick him up.
Look at that. Look at the strength of this man. Well, the people of Dallas finally have something to cheer about.
Superhuman strength.
You know, most guys are so intimidated by both Goldberg and by Norton. Well, look at the strength of Norton there, but these two guys aren't afraid of each other at all.
He came out of a power slam, did Goldberg, and just kicked the man out of the ring.
See how quickly Goldberg got to his feet after the power slam by Norton. Caught him with the kick. Norton rolls out to the floor.
Did you notice the look of shock on the face of Scott Norton when he got up for that power slam? Norton catches the man with one arm and sends him into the ring.
Wow, we don't see that often. Goldberg committed himself when he came off the ring apron. Norton was ready for him.
Just kicks the stairs out of the way.
Oh, he is pounding Goldberg now here on the floor.
Seems like Goldberg must owe him money.
Yeah, he wrestles everybody like that.
Boy.
Uh-oh. Move the stairs away.
That's the steel ring post.
It's Norton who goes to the steel ring post.
Head first.
He just moves that very heavy steel step out of the way. Goldberg
Broke the count.
Broke the count, you're right. But really, if you think about it, especially in a match like an opponent like a tough guy like Scott Norton, this is what our sport's all about. It's very brakes on, did Norton. This is broken down to one heck of a fight.
Cameraman better get out of the way or he's going to be in it.
Yeah, he better run. Goodness.
Short arm clothesline from in tight by Norton. And Goldberg is down. How often have we seen that?
Both of them are down.
Yeah, they both just keep coming back up.
This isn't a match. This is one good fight.
This really is.
This is combat.
Exactly what we anticipated would happen when these two men, spectacular athletes.
What a shoulder block.
One, only came out, only got a one count that time, I do believe.
You know, a lot of the wrestlers will take a 2 count. They want that extra second they feel on the mat helps them. Notice Goldberg always tries to kick out and run. He don't want to be down there any longer than he has to.
Scott Norton belling him back, nicely done. You're right, once again, he gets his arm up just about the time the 2 count hit the mat.
Yeah, if you train yourself like that, it'll become instant. You'll normally do it your whole career.
Well, we knew this would be, if nothing else, a test for Goldberg. Because, hey, and we brought up this point before, Norton certainly has the experience advantage. It's incredible to think that Goldberg is only in his 2nd year in the sport.
It's like chopping wood.
Couple of backhand chops into the other side now. Goldberg stays on his feet amazingly enough. And Norton's gonna go for it here. Gonna pick him up, could be.
He tried to powerbomb him, but Goldberg fights back.
He spears him. Look at the speed of this man. He's loose now. The man is loose.
Incredibly, with the spear, out of that attempt of a power bomb.
Can he get him up for the jackhammer?
Yes, he can.
Here we go.
And yes, he does.
Can you hold him?
Yes, he did.
He's got him. The man has done it again.
Here comes
NWO
black and white.
Big Brian Adams, the first man to hit the ring, and out he goes.
Stevie Ray in. Stevie Ray down. Horace Hogan gets speared.
He has clean house on the NWO and on Big Scott Norton.
With that in mind, we go back to David Penzer.
The next contest at Super Brawl 9 is a special one-fall grudge match. Introducing first, from Asbury Park, New Jersey, the Beast from the East, Bam Bigelow!
Bigelow looks as confident, as cocky as ever. Feeling in his mind, he really believes that he can do it.
You have to. You're a fool to go to the ring if you can't believe you're going to beat a man.
He had a plan, a master plan, from day one when he arrived on the scene uninvited in WCW. He's executed it to perfection, but now he gets Goldberg.
The man!
His opponent, from Stone Mountain, Georgia, Goldberg!
We mentioned earlier that Goldberg, 2 nights ago on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, laid out a challenge that certainly has set the world on fire, and that just goes to show you that he backs down to no one, to no man.
I don't see how anybody can beat this man.
Let me tell you what, no one can, unless they got a taser in their hand.
You're right about that, Tony.
He's the toughest man I've ever seen.
I've seen a lot of tough men in 34 years, but he's knocking on the door on the top there, boy. He may be it. He may. And he's always ready.
So many attributes Goldberg the megastar that he is. But I think the one attribute is that he is impervious to pain. I mean, he has been hit from every angle, from using everything, and he just comes back.
You know something too, Tony and Mike? He's got a different wrestling style, different than anybody I've ever seen, and it really makes you want to watch him, makes you want to talk about it, it makes you want to get behind him. He's totally different.
And have you noticed that with every match, Goldberg seems to add a little something? He's working on a daily basis on different submission wrestling techniques to add to that spear and jackhammer that make him so effective.
Those of us who know Goldberg quite well realize that the Goldberg that arrives to the arena early in the day and the Goldberg that comes out here a lot of times are two different men. He's very mild-mannered, but you can see that during the day as the hours tick away towards bell time for his match, his intensity, his focus continues to rise, and to the point to where he comes out, he almost explodes. You can see it facially.
You know, you're right about that. I saw him a while back. He got out of the car in the parking lot, signed some autographs. Once he got close to the door, once he got in that building, you could see it gradually change. He was into his domain now. He was into his cave, his hole, the place he fights, what he knows best. And it's like you said, the day went on, he just got more and more into himself.
I think it really goes back to that football background, getting that game face on, getting into that mindset to face the beast from the East, Bam Bigelow.
I think it's the same mindset he approaches for every match.
Anybody got a search?
So Bigelow, you come to your moment, the reason you're here in World Championship Wrestling, and here it is.
There's an old expression about being careful what you wish for. Bam Bigelow got his wish, but that wish is Goldberg.
Over 300 pounds is Bam Bigelow, and historically known as one of the quickest big men ever. So he's going to have a lot of new moves, I'm sure, for Goldberg as they hook up one more time. Into the corner they go. Mickey J assigned to this one. Tough task for him. He's going to get right in between them. And he breaks him.
Whoa.
Goldberg reached down for the referee as if to say, get out of my way, and he gives Bigelow an opening. And he runs over Goldberg.
No, he doesn't.
Momentarily he did.
Whoa!
Look at this.
340 pounds up into the air.
Look at this.
Talk about an earthquake in the Bay Area.
Look at
That's
that.
10 on the Richter scale, pal.
It didn't phase him. I mean, his facial expression didn't change. It almost looked as if it was another day at the office, which it is, of course, for Goldberg.
Well, check his shorts. Something's changed.
So Bigelow needs to rethink this. In this day and age, when each and every one of your matches, big-time matches, is on television, replayed from every angle, there's so many ways to scout your opponent, but anyone will tell you, with Goldberg, you don't know how to approach the match, even though you think you know what he's going to come with, because he is just so overpoweringly strong.
And like you said earlier, not only that, sometimes you'll see someone get him in a move or in a position, and he'll come out of it like we've never seen him before, with a different way, to the left, to the right, underneath, using sheer power. It's amazing what this man knows.
And also the way that he executes offensive moves like no other wrestler.
Right, like that. He springs off the mat with a massive shoulder block to the head, and he picks him up, leg strength there.
Fireman's carry, he dumped him. There's the cross-line bar, the arm breaker applied, but Bigelow too close to the ropes.
Too close to the ropes, he really couldn't get the legs across that wide chest of Bam Bigelow as well.
He's having his way with Bam Bam.
Like he's had his way with every man he's in the ring with the exception of the one night with the stun gun. Look at that drop kick from a standing position. Over the top. And Goldberg calmly waits in the ring.
Right, he's not going to get on the floor.
Well, Bigelow's going to bring him on the floor, at least attempt to here. Oh. Maybe he should have stayed in the center of the ring a little bit longer that time, because this now has changed the complexion. Bigelow's elbow drops are on the groin area
Yeah,
here.
those are just blatant low blows. Elbow drops, nothing.
This may be the way to go, though.
Oh, take his feet out? I don't think.
Put yourself in Bigelow's spot. I mean, maybe he figures there's nothing I can do with this guy now. I'll just take him out from the waist down.
The Goldberg chant starts again. Doing nothing else but to really great at the concentration of Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh.
And again, this time to the knee. Remember, we said at the top of this match that he's impervious to pain. He seems to come back each and every time. We're going to find out exactly tonight if he can do it again, because the focus has been on the knees, on the back of the knees, on the side of Goldberg, and of course, as you said, Mike, set up by a couple of low blows.
I think it's obvious that Bigelow working on the lower body, beneath the legs of Goldberg, is trying to take away that acceleration of the spear and jackhammer.
Brings him in, and this is a break for Goldberg to get back in the ring. But notice how he's favoring the knee, the left knee here.
Well, Bam Bam's got him in trouble more than a lot of wrestlers have had him in trouble.
Yes, almost to anyone. And again, this one, a headbutt to the other side of the knee. And Bigelow continues to work on one leg. So Bigelow with a pretty sound strategy here. Look at this, Mike, wrenching back on that leg, just trying to overextend the knee here.
Almost a modified step over toe hold, but you see Bigelow putting that 340 pounds, almost just leveraging it back, and the pressure as the knee of Goldberg bends.
But he's using Goldberg's own foot with his own back and arm. You see where he's got to press? Right in there, he's leaning back, but that just pulls back on the knee.
You may have heard Mickey J ask him, and then you heard Goldberg scream out, "No way."
Mickey J.
Forget about it. Goldberg is not going to give up. At least not right now. However, Bigelow, as we've said many times now, with a sound strategy. And Goldberg just trying to just pull his way out of it, but to no avail. That big frame again pulls back on the leg.
Goldberg, he's got two eyes. Go for him.
Brings the torso up once again. Very close. He can reach right out for those eyes. You're right. Hooks onto the arm.
Wrist lock, keying it by reaching through, grabbing his own wrist.
It got him off the hold. He pulled on that arm, and Bigelow dropped the hold and stood up. So it worked, but Bigelow circling the wagons once again here. 300-plus pound headbutt. This one on the knee again.
Well, that's a good strategy. If he takes out your leg, the last thing Goldberg can do is pick you up for that jackhammer. If he can't pick you up with a bad leg, this is a very good move on Bam Bam's part.
And now the strategy is to work on the wind supply, to try to wear him down as much as try to injure him. Because it's very apparent that working on the knee is not going to have the man give up. Maybe the idea here is to cut the air supply out to where maybe he'll black out from the pain, or maybe have to give up. Yes, he did. So the strategy here by Bam Bam Bigelow, very solid. And here comes Goldberg. Look at this. Goldberg moving up, putting pressure on that good knee, standing up on the weak leg here. He got an elbow in, still hunched over. Bam Bam sends him down again. You better not pose with Goldberg, your opponent.
It's been strictly about wearing down Goldberg, from the knee up to the throat and back to the knee again for Bigelow.
And of course, if you think about it, we've talked about it being good strategy for Bam Bam Bigelow, but guys, it's the only strategy to employ against Goldberg.
You're right.
That's the only way to do it. You're not going to go in and quickly beat him 1, 2, 3 with a power move. It's not going to work.
You're not going to stand toe-to-toe with him either.
Not at all. You got to wear him down. First of all, get him off his feet, and then cut off the air supply. And Bam Bam Bigelow,
he's got the weight to do it.
Has got the weight to do it. Has come in with a sound game plan. Let's see what Goldberg can do. Goldberg, my goodness, he picked him up.
Where does he get it from?
But did he hurt his knee even further by lifting Bigelow at 300+ pounds into the air?
He may have, but he had stopped now the assault on his throat and his windpipe is what he did. Buying himself some more time so maybe he can get back up. Bigelow, the first man there. Bigelow's going to go up with a scoop slam and puts Goldberg down. 300 pounds, maybe one of the quickest big men ever, is way up top and way on target.
Another diving headbutt.
He's going to try to win it. 1, 2, and Goldberg just rolled him off.
Goldberg couldn't get out of the way of that one.
And that is a big load to get off your chest when Bigelow goes for the pinfall. Goldberg barely able to roll him off.
Bigelow up top.
Now what?
This going to be a moonsault attempt.
No.
And he hits the mat with a resounding thud. Goldberg is poised in the corner. Goldberg waits, and he went to spear him, and Bigelow with an excellent move to get out of the way.
Excellent move. He's using his head. He's done his homework.
Not only does he evade the spear, Bigelow out to the floor to try and get his senses back, try and clear the cobwebs.
Tell you what, Bigelow knew it was coming because he could hear the fans start to get loud to stand up. He knew the spear was imminent, and he got out of the way. Goldberg gets the ropes, and that time he cleaned his clock.
Bullseye! Fireball's gone up.
Could not avoid the spear on that exchange. And now Goldberg hooks Bigelow.
Can he get him up with that bad leg now?
In a move that we have seen hundreds of times.
Oh, standing sidekick instead.
He's gonna spear.
He needed that. He needed this little extra push. Now he's got himself on track.
Now does he have Bigelow worn down for the jackhammer?
Here it
Going
goes.
up.
And rolled up.
He did it. He did it. Like he said, who's next? You're next, Bigelow.
I tell you who's next. Any person with any guts to get in his way.
And we want to remind fans in our nation's capital that World Championship Wrestling is bringing Nitro to the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. Tickets go on sale Saturday, May the 8th for Nitro in D.C. on June the 14th. And tickets go on sale 1 week from this Saturday at the MCI Center box office and all Ticketmaster outlets, including Hex stores. And you have the opportunity to meet the Disco Inferno and the Nitro Girls at the Kempville Music Store. That's at the Springfield Mall from noon to 2 p.m. on Saturday, May the 8th. World Championship Wrestling back in D.C.
I'll tell you, here's a man that you never want to meet in a dark alley or a place that's very brightly lit. And I'm talking about Meng.
The master of the Tongan Death Grip. Yes, Meng's in the ring, and making his way to the ring is his opponent. Here comes the man. Here comes the phenomenal athlete. Here comes Goldberg. They're chanting for Goldberg at Penn State, and Larry, after Ric Flair made the match between Sting and Goldberg for Slamboree, and after seeing Goldberg accidentally spear Sting Monday, there's no secret. There's animosity growing between the two.
But when two men compete in the heat of the passion, the animosity, you can't help it. It grows, it gets larger and larger until one man is the victor and one man is defeated. In terms of WCW, these are two men that you don't want on opposite sides of the fence here. And take a look at Goldberg. I mean, just the most incredible athlete, an awesome individual, a man that you look at and you can just feel the power. And I have not been this impressed with an individual in 25 glorious years.
Talking about that matchup at Slamboree, Goldberg versus Sting. Larry, you know that the president, Ric Flair, just has to love that animosity between the two, because I'm sure in Flair's opinion it separates two of WCW's strongest individuals from joining forces.
Well, Flair, I don't know if Flair's thinking straight. I mean, obviously he's not thinking straight, and that's the problem here.
Now, one thing we do know, Ric Flair, through sources, has told Charlotte, North Carolina, that he will be at the Coliseum this Monday for Nitro. Goldberg and Meng. What a matchup between these two. What a physical presence Meng brings to the ring, and if anything, we see Goldberg cautiously approach his opponent.
Yeah, well, Meng, I mean, he knows better. Meng, you do not want to walk into him. Meng will do anything. He'll thumb you in the eye. He'll grab your throat. Goldberg's, he's learning the hard way. I mean, he's been there when he's won the glory. He's been there when people have stabbed him in the back. He's now becoming a diamond in the rough to a polished, perfect stone before our very eyes.
Both men very tentative in the early going. Feeling out process. They hook it up, and Meng scoops and slams Goldberg, and he's on his feet. There's the answer with an exclamation point. Running clothesline took Meng off of his feet, and Meng rolls out to the floor.
Yeah, Goldberg is a much more explosive individual. Meng, methodical, cruel, but Goldberg just very impressive in terms of exploding with controlled balance. And you don't see too many men knock Meng off his feet, man. That is a feat in itself.
Well, we've often talked about the phenomenal balance for the big man Meng, dating back to his days as a sumo wrestler in the Orient. That time Goldberg took him off of his feet with ease, and there's the response. There's the consensus opinion from this crowd on hand at Penn State. They lock it up again, collar and elbow. Well, just as you predicted, Meng not afraid to take the shortcut, rakes the eyes and stomps Goldberg.
Well, you gotta realize Meng is close to almost being an animal, and when you trap a rat, they'll bite you. They're gouging the eye, and it's one thing Goldberg has to realize, his reputation.
Backbreaker over the knee, two. Goldberg just muscled his way out of the pinfall attempt.
The reputation of Goldberg alone is gonna make men stoop firsthand into taking the shortcuts. They're not going to even waste time trying to match power with Goldberg.
Reversal now. Goldberg shoots Meng off into the ropes, doubles him over with a boot to the midsection, picks up the 300-plus pounder and holds him in midair before he drives him to the canvas.
Man, he makes that look easy.
And that is no easy feat, picking up the monster Meng. Now, series of right hands delivered right to the jaw of Meng. Referee Silverman gets in the face of Goldberg. That may not be a smart move.
It's like Goldberg's getting frustrated or is losing his patience. I mean, see, he walked right into one.
Again, the shortcut by Meng turns the tide and allows him to regain the momentum. Face first into the top turnbuckle. That may be just a wake-up call for Goldberg. Sets him up into the corner. Oh, vicious knife-edge chop. Uh-oh.
Well, not even Meng can affect the upper body of Goldberg. He went low.
Caught him with the boot to the middle. Series of chops delivered to the back of the head of Goldberg. Now Meng rakes with his nails across the back of Goldberg. Meng takes Goldberg by the head. Forearm smash, rocked him. Sets him up, standing sidekick.
Meng is very good in the martial arts.
Cover, 1, 2, and again the shoulder. The shoulder of Goldberg gets up.
Yeah, that was pure power right there.
Goldberg up, fights back, but Meng stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, Meng's got a head the size of a buffalo.
Again, Meng in the corner with the headbutt. That rocked the head of Goldberg back and catches him with a punch to the midsection.
He's got Goldberg in the corner, and that's not where you want to be.
Meng shoots him off. Ooh. Running clothesline, caught him with the lariat. And again, now reversed by Goldberg. Oh, he sent Meng in with such velocity that he caught the second turnbuckle, and then Goldberg catches him with a standing sidekick.
Yeah, right in the solar plex, man. He leveled Meng, and he speared him.
Caught him with the spear. That's the move that we've seen so many times as the prelude to the jackhammer. Everyone on their feet at Penn State.
Meng is flat.
With the exception of one man, the only person not on his feet is Meng, and Goldberg is about to take him up. Here he goes. Jackhammer. Got him. 1, 2, beat him. The Phenom scores yet another win on his way to Slamboree and the showdown with Sting.
Tony, we don't find out right now what's going on. I bet we're going to find out and know something tomorrow on Nitro about Hogan in this situation.
One would hope that we can gather up the facts and he laid down, let's call it like we see, he laid down for Sting. He laid down, he went up and he apparently told Sting what he was going to do, and I can't believe it, laid right down for him. Well,
let's go on to this now.
We need to, because there's been so much, and rightfully so, build up between this collision, between these two men. And it took a very vicious, if I can use that term, a nasty turn here tonight. And now Vicious is in the ring, and you can see above the left eye, you can see where the injury was. He has been stitched up, and he said, he screamed out, he said, let it bleed. And then when Tenay talked to Goldberg, it seemed like Goldberg was even angrier now than he was when he attacked Sid Vicious before the match even started here tonight.
Sid Vicious, the United States heavyweight champion, has the option. He didn't have to come out here right now, but he did. He didn't have to come out to defend the title, but he did. Let's see what's going to happen.
Gets his intro, and they're standing for the unmistakable music of a man who will try to put an end to all the talk about the Millennium Man, all the talk about the streak to procure the United States Championship from Big Sid Vicious.
Like I said, he had the option, but he came out here to fight. That tells you that's a man in those big black boots.
There's a feeling in this arena as never before as they wait for Goldberg and Sid to finally, they've hit each other, we've seen it, but finally with a bell to hook it up here tonight as we look outside of the dressing room of the one and only Goldberg. He almost walked right through that steel door that time, Ray.
Almost took it off the hinges. Las Vegas finest.
He's made the long walk many, many times through his remarkable 2-year career, but never before has he walked into a ring where the man he'll face is very much, in many ways, his equal as far as strength, as far as intensity. But the thing about this match tonight that makes it different than any other is what happened before and how the incident that opened up the forehead of Sid Vicious has lit a fire under Sid Vicious like we've never seen.
We can see it from our vantage point right here. He's not down on one knee. He's not sitting on that turnbuckle. He's pacing like a caged animal. He's got about 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches that looks over that eye, and he just paces back and forth, back and forth. He wants Goldberg. He wants him in the ring now, tonight. It's going to be great.
Got to give Mike today a lot of credit. He asked a very difficult question about making a mistake. And we know how volatile Goldberg has been since Monday, and it would be very easy for Goldberg just to snap on today. But today asked the right question, and Goldberg said, hey, I'm ready. I am more ready than I've ever been. And here they come, the police ushering in Goldberg.
I don't think this town has enough police to keep these two apart. Look at Sid. I can watch Sid from here. He's taking a couple more steps closer to the rope. Walking out to meet Goldberg. These two big men are ready fight. You know, Goldberg ain't gonna back away from anybody.
You used the right term there, Brain. I think what we're going to see is a fight. A fight that has been months and months and months in the making.
I mean, this man, Vicious, was attacked by Goldberg. Goldberg has every right to go up to Power and B and say, hey, I can't wrestle tonight. I was jumped.
What's this?
Oh, that's Scott Hall.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders. Remember Monday, they were looking all over Goldberg. They never found him, and now they found him.
They knew where he'd be on his way to the ring.
Absolutely. The two men who were thrown out of the building on Monday have found Goldberg, and now they attack Goldberg even before the man could get to the ring. And very wisely, Sid Vicious waits in the ring.
But Goldberg gets to his feet. He's got a doubleheader on his hands tonight.
He turns around, he looks at the two men who ended his win streak back last December. The Outsiders, and he turns around and he feels the wrath of the man he must face here tonight. And here it goes.
Sid is taking over. And like I said and you said, this is going to be a fight.
Mickey J, the referee, would be advised to just let this thing go.
Now most men would cower from Goldberg. Look at Sid, he's pulling him back to the ring.
The fans are with Goldberg and Sid on every punch. 6'8" in the front row almost as he held his balance. Look at this pickup. With ease, he picks up a man that size.
Let's just watch this. What can you really say?
What can you say? I mean, you're seeing what's happening here, fans.
Two of the biggest names in wrestling history going at it right in front of us right now.
And we're only screaming because just like you, we're loving every bit of it. Look at this. Little taunting by Goldberg. Goldberg is homing in on the point of destruction earlier tonight.
Look at Sid, he's jawing at him. He's telling him, come on, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. That's what he's doing.
The gloved hand. I'm not so sure.
But look at Vicious. Gets to his feet, he's popped wide open.
Shaking it off, isn't he? There's any doubt that Sid Vicious is a man's man. You're seeing it here. And Sid Vicious has been opened up again.
Look at, he's still fighting Goldberg back. There's a lot of fight left in Sid Vicious.
He backhanded it.
You're making it over our way, Tony.
Vicious is a bloody mess.
He certainly is.
And that's putting it kindly.
I just can't get over it. How can you stop Sid Vicious? How can you stop Goldberg?
Look at him. Look at Sid Vicious go.
He's beside himself now. He don't know where he's at.
With every ounce of strength that he's got, he's fighting Goldberg. Sid's Goldberg in. Big fight. Unbelievable.
Look at Sid. Look at Sid. The average wrestler would be unconscious. The above average wrestler would be on his way to the hospital. But now Sid Vicious, not Goldberg. Sid is still going in it. And he's been opened up for what, 2 hours now?
Obviously, with the chant of Goldberg, the fans want Goldberg to get back into it. And would you believe, and look at the wrist taped up and the red on the wristbands. Can you believe that Sid Vicious can even have this hold on?
And he's not giving up. Goldberg is not giving up. Look at the eyes on Vicious. Look at those eyes. Those aren't the eyes of a normal man. Those are the eyes of a deranged man, a sick man.
Here comes Goldberg. He's back up. Out of the camel clutch, Goldberg rises to his feet, tries to win the U.S. title, but no, Sid Vicious out in 2.
Well, you got to have some respect for these two. Like them or not.
You know that not only has it got to be draining his reserve, this massive cut on his head, his energy, but it's blinding the man as well.
You think he'd be getting weaker? Look,
yeah, right.
He popped up to his knees.
He got to his knees. There's a time the top wrestlers in WCW got to pull the plug on the pain.
He can't last much longer.
He's fighting on his knees.
Busted wide open, fighting on his knees. Think of what you just said.
Not only is he fighting on his knees, he's fighting Goldberg on his knees. Think about that. The superhuman Goldberg.
Well, they're in the same league right now, pal. The same league.
This has gone way beyond the realm of just a regular wrestling match. This is a fight for survival. The animosity runs so deep, that is an understatement, I know. It's hatred. And Goldberg, look at the scowl on his face.
And he's got up. He's gotten to his feet. He must have lost a quart of blood, Tony.
Oh, he's into the turn. But go down. Look at the did you notice Goldberg just looked down slowly at Vicious, turned to the referee, looked, covers him and still can't keep him down.
Can't keep him down. Listen to Goldberg breathe. Listen to him snort.
I think Goldberg's looking at the referee as one as much of disbelief as anything else. Oh. It has to be here when we borrow the term Garden Soli, because there is no question that Sid Vicious is a crimson man.
Head to toe, the man is sucked. Look at this. Can you believe this, Shivani?
This is a superhuman effort by both men.
He gets back up.
And he goes back down.
And he gets back up.
This is the damnedest thing I've ever seen in a pay-per-view telecast or in any WCW match. The point of contact, the point of attack has been the head.
That's what you want. He said he keeps looking at him eye to eye. Look at that man.
He's back
man
up.
with a capital M.
He's back up, and there's a lot of steam in those right hands, too, seemingly. Goldberg just fends him off and hammers him. Where you at is what the referee's saying here. Where he's down to his knees. Oh. The referee keeps asking, and he said, where you at? Do you want to quit? Sid said no.
I can hear him. You want to quit? I can't even repeat what I heard Sid say. He didn't quit. Sid never quit.
But the referee is stopping this because of too much blood. Goldberg gets his hand raised, and Goldberg is going to become the U.S. heavyweight champion. Sid Vicious is getting to his feet again. Rick Steiner's coming in to try.
Oh, he wants Steiner to get out. He still wants to fight Goldberg. Come on, give me more. Is that all you got? Listen to him.
You know, I wanted to see it go on, but I think Mickey J made the right call.
Sid never said no. He never said he gave up. He cursed Mickey J when he asked if he wanted to give up.
There it is. Hold on, we got to get the confirmed.
The severity of the cut on the head of Sid Vicious. Referee Mickey J has stopped the match. The winner and new WCW United States Heavyweight Champion, Goldberg.
What a match. What a fight.
Look at Goldberg. The long look says a million things.
Well, Goldberg's got to have a new respect for that man right there.
I think we all do. It was announced to the crowd by David Pinter that the match ended in a disqualification. The fans booed here. They want to see a clear-cut winner between Booker T and Scott Steiner.
Tony, it's a crying shame.
I saw a clear-cut winner.
That professional wrestling, guys like this can still compete in professional wrestling with guys like my brother who comes out, gives his all, and this idiot just wants to hurt people.
Hey, I wouldn't call him an idiot. He's just an excitable boy. And I'll tell you what, you say there's no clear-cut winner. You say there's no clear-cut winner. I saw one guy leave upright. I saw one guy get carried out. You know who the clear-cut winner is? Mike Awesome tomorrow night, I bet.
My brother is still the champion, Madden, like I told you he would be 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, really impressive victory. Congratulations.
Now
Yeah,
what's gonna happen now? Goldberg, we don't know about his condition. We know he's in the back.
What's this,
All
Tony?
the build-up for nothing. You can chant Goldberg all you want. He hasn't been cleared to wrestle. There'll be no match tonight. We told Goldberg we'd beat him, and now you people will never know exactly who would have won, will you? So chant Goldberg.
They're claiming
all
a
you
victory
want.
right now. What is this?
There is no match. Ref. Oh.
What?
There is no match. Baloney. Or do they do something we don't know?
Tony, like I was saying earlier, we know how the
Hit our
commission-
damn music and raise our hand.
Raise their hand.
Now hold it. If those state wrestling
They're
commission
playing
leagues
the-
just
wait a
don't let
minute.
Goldberg wrestle, that's it.
Hold on a second. It can't be that easy.
Okay, he's good to go. We've cleared him. He's clear. It took you good time. Come on, let's go.
They've
guys.
cleared him.
This is ridiculous.
Wait, no, it's too late. No
All
new
night long.
players.
Too late. What, do you make the rules now?
Match is over. Goldberg's done. He lost the match. He was not here on time.
They cleared him.
No! He's here! He's here in the flesh! KroniK's not happy about it at all.
No, because they wanted to win it on a default.
Of course they did. They did not want to go in the ring against this man who puts the streak,
That's
who
all right.
puts his career on the line on a night where Sting is down, where Booker was driven down by Scott Steiner. Could this be our last standing hero of WCW?
He won't be standing long because his head ricocheted off a ring post on Thunder. Goldberg is coming in, I would guess, at about 60% of his usual strength, and he's going up against two men, a wrecking crew, KroniK. Tonight it's KroniK time, and Goldberg's done.
I got to agree with Matt to a certain degree because, like I was talking about earlier, Tony, we have seen commissions in this state commission people to go out and work in hazardous conditions like professional wrestling and other sports, and the guys' ears are laying in the middle of the ring. How do we know Goldberg was hurt so bad or wasn't hurt so bad Wednesday night that he's able to wrestle tonight? How do we know that?
We're going to find out.
We are going to find
Is
out.
there any justice left? We'll know in a few minutes.
The last remaining hero of the night comes walking out, knowing that each time he walks out, his career is on the line. Could Goldberg's career come to a screeching halt on November or October 29th of the year 2000 at Halloween Havoc?
Well, regardless how tough Goldberg is, regardless how bad he is, what kind of guts he got, brother, he's still going up against two of the toughest men in professional wrestling tonight.
Goldberg at 50% is better than most single men at 100%, but
You're right.
he's not wrestling a single man.
You're right. He's wrestling the strongest, most dominating team
Here we go.
in all of WCW, and
Here we go.
he rolls right in, scoots right into the cage, and comes out like a caged animal himself.
Oh, man.
Boy, they're not tagging out, are they? They're going both at him. They are hired guns.
This is a fight.
Out
This is a
to collect
this is a flat-out fight, Tony.
out to collect a paycheck and to decimate Goldberg.
Now you got to go after Goldberg's head.
Well, that's
His
what they did.
head ain't all there.
Right? That was that headbutt was about, Mark.
He's got to have a concussion, maybe brain damage from that being run into the ring post.
Ask Troy Aikman, ask Dan Marino what a concussion could do. Goldberg on the outside to the chest. They're pounding away on Goldberg. Goldberg being held. No semblance of a match here. This is just Goldberg trying to survive against two of the biggest, toughest and meanest man in all of WCW.
This is a flat-out fight, and to beat a person like Goldberg, I've always thought, bring the fight to him. That is the only way you're going to beat a guy like this.
Hey, everything tonight's been an all-out fight. Guys, where you been? This is a mugging. It's a New York City street mugging, and I like it like that.
Yeah, it would be a mugging if you didn't know what was going to happen when you walked in the ring. This guy knew what was the task was.
Exactly. 2 guns for hire.
And he busted Tony. I seen him
just unloading on Goldberg.
I seen him taking his head.
Oh, good, a table.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those tonight, have we?
The last American heroes getting beaten down, boys.
The last of the WCW heroes tonight.
Tony, I thought we were out of tables.
We're never out of tables.
Well, then why don't we have one right in front of us right now?
Because we got Wendy Turnbuckle holding our monitor. We don't need one.
Randy,
okay, right now.
Hold that mic for that. Hold that monitor for us for the night.
They are going after the head of Goldberg.
Every night. What is this?
His weak spot is the head. They went after it. They drove him down, and now they're going to try to put him through. Goldberg fights him off. Goldberg comes back. Bill Goldberg, standing sidekick.
Oh, man.
Took Brian Adams out of the ring, but Brian Clark's got him. He's going to try to suplex him into the table. Goldberg landed on his feet. He landed on his feet. He's going to spear him through a table. My God, he speared him through a table.
Did you see that?
I don't know what's more. Oh, here's a cover, Tony.
1, 2, 3.
It's over.
Goldberg had.
This match is over.
The referee said, no, don't ring the bell. The match still goes on. I guess he's going to beat both men.
13-0. 13-0 for Goldberg.
But now it's Brian Clark. He can still do it because Goldberg's weak, and he went through the table as well.
Big finish. Oh, my God.
Juiced. No one's ever done that to Goldberg.
See the power.
No.
See the power. See the power of Brian Adams. Oh, it's 1 pinfall away. Goldberg's not counted.
1, 2. No. No one ever manhandled Goldberg that way, but he still had something deep down inside of his gut left.
He's got to pull it out right now.
You're not kidding, he does.
Brian Adams on top of him. We all know Brian can go.
Oh, Clark was put through a table and is out.
He threw Adams off him on that pin attempt like he was a small child.
Brian Adams, reverse jam. Go, look at the agility. Oh, there goes. It's spear.
Adams never saw it coming. Adams
Goldberg.
never saw it coming.
Goldberg may have hurt himself on that spear. He may have hurt himself. He's still, look at this, still feeling the effects of this past week.
He's still busting.
But he's still going to try to put him in a jackhammer. Can he do it?
I think. Oh, he got the big man
guts. What?
Jackhammer. Jackhammer.
1, 2. Goldberg. Goldberg again. Against all odds. My God, we've never seen anything like him on this planet.